Hello and good evening from St. Gallen, Switzerland for the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2017. St. Gallen, situated in the northeast part of Switzerland. And we're going to bring you coverage of men's session 7, Switzerland versus Austria. We're inside the Ice Sports Centre. Teams just getting ready to take to the ice as we take a look at the teams. Switzerland, Dominic Marquet at lead. And skip and second player, Peter de Cruz. Claudio Pat at third, and Benoit Schwartz, fourth player. So, Team Austria, Philipp Nottinger at lead. At second is Martin Reichel. At third, Matthias Genner. And the skip, Sebastian Wunderer. So, standings. There you see Switzerland out top with 6 wins. Norway, Sweden, 5 wins and 1 defeat. Scotland, 4 wins. Germany, Netherlands with 3. See Austria in our feature game, yet to get a win. Elsewhere, Sweden take on Italy. Netherlands play Germany. Slovakia take on Russia. Our feature game between Switzerland and Austria. Over in sheet A, Norway versus Scotland. So once again, I'm Ken Edwards and I'm joined by Rona Howie, the 2002 Olympic gold medalist. And I really feel that we'll be in for an exciting game, Rona.
Yes, I think we will. When you've got top of the board playing bottom of the board, it always brings out some surprises, but I think it'll be a really close game. The Austrian team have had some good games this week.
Yeah, first time we've seen Dominic Marquet on the ice for Switzerland. Not sure why the lineup has been changed. Maybe just Switzerland feel they've secured their spot in the playoffs. Maybe just deciding to try some things out.
Yeah, maybe just resting a player as well. You know, when you get into the latter stages of the week in the playoff games, it's very intense, and he could just have had a wee niggle and thought, take this game off.
Philipp Nottinger.
So Austria just slipping behind the tee there. Gives Switzerland the opportunity to come down and just freeze on top.
Yeah, lead player Dominic actually resides out in the United States, believe it or not. His profession is a watchmaker.
Oh, that's maybe his role, to get the team here on time. So again, just slip back behind tee, so Austria can now really come in and nestle in amongst these stones.
Yep. 0 Länge, Linie ist kurz. Sauber. Yep. Yep. Pass. Kannst du. Pass. Oh, Länge. Weiter, 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 weiter.
Oh dear, just comes up short there.
Yeah, we're all looking for that one right in on top of the 2 stones in the forefoot.
And Peter de Cruz, 27 years of age. So he skips his team but plays second stones. He's bringing this in just into the top of the forefoot. That's a lovely shot there. Switzerland lie to.
Heckling.
Martin Reichel, second player for Austria. He is a student from Kitzbühel.
It's a good result there. He's removed one of the red Swiss stones and sits on top. So it's a useful stone there.
So Peter de Cruz skip for this Swedish side.
That was unlucky. He just rubbed off that stone there, but it's still fairly well hidden.
So here are the rules of play. 6 ends minimum, 38 minutes thinking time and 1 60-second timeout. It's been a bit of a contentious point, the timeouts. Are you in agreement with that, the timeout being added to the play, Rona?
Yes and no. I sometimes think that, you know, you're playing the game, you get to talk to the coach at the 5th end, and when you're down there on the ice, you just want to get on with the game, and it's your decisions. And sometimes you'll notice when timeouts are called, it's too late in the end. The damage has been done, and it might have been better earlier to get a tactical input. So, yeah, and I think when you look at the success rate of shots played after a timeout, it's not great. So I would question the benefits.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you, Rona. I think there's 4 people out there on the ice, and if they can't make a call between the 4 of them, there's something wrong.
Yeah. So Austria just come in and tap there, so it's, again, there's 3 nice counters there around the forefoot for Austria, but that one Swiss stone. Oh, still need to be moved at some point, but Switzerland will try and move some yellow stones back here out of play.
Yeah, if you could ever just come down and get to the inside of the nose, might be able to get everything moving.
Yep, I think you'll see all 3 yellows go.
Claudia Patz. Oh, it sneaks past. There you see him, gets all the yellows moving. More importantly, spins the red in behind the guards.
Yeah, great shot. Really missed the guard by nothing. See it again, it just passes that red stone by not a lot.
Matthias Genner. Lays the run back, removes one of the red stones. Are you a little surprised that they're playing takeout on this, Rona, rather than just play a draw up against it?
They don't have last stone at this end, so I suppose they're just keeping things simple, eliminating the chances of losing more than the one, so probably quite happy at the first end. Because their 2 stones behind the centre guard are pretty well placed at the moment.
Oh, nice shot to drive the yellow back. Pushes the reds out of the forefoot. It's probably just about as good as he could have done.
Yeah, that was probably the best result from the situation, so at least that forefoot's open for the last stone if required. So Benoit Schwartz, age 26, he's playing last stones for Switzerland. He's just trying to come round. There's a bit more weight than he intended to play. He was just wanting to come round top of the forefoot. So anyway, Switzerland, lie 3.
Ok, ça va super vite, ça se passe. T'as combien? Hein? 12-9.
So Austria will be able to remove this red and roll over in behind cover.
Je pense qu'ils t'ont juste mal communiqué, non? Non, moi je pense.
Sebastian Wunderer does have a chance to play the hit and roll. Well, he does play the hit and roll, but it's going to roll too far and out of play. Just leaving that red in the 8 foot. You see it once more. Just catching the red and rolling away. It's Benoit Schwartz. Let's see if he can make the adjustment with this one. He's well heavy with his first. Sweeper's just trying to keep this one clean.
Yeah, he's got a nice line coming in here behind the card. Yeah, great shot.
Yeah, great adjustment by the fourth player.
He's actually, if anything, poked out the other side of the guard, and Austria now looking to see whether he can come down on the other hand and just tap back. He doesn't need to move it much, Kenny, so even if he just taps it to the back of the four. Oh. Coach, Mr. Cap, out with his binoculars.
Yeah, 20 years ago since he picked up the gold at the European Championships. Not playing for Austria though, playing for Germany.
Was ist Zeit auf Team? 05.
Sebastian, whose nickname is Sebi, just looking to tap this back enough to get the shot. The weight looks good if his line's good. Ah, lovely shot, well played.
Yeah, great shot. I'm sure the bench and the coach will be happy with that one. So after the first end, it's Austria 1, Switzerland 0. So into the second end, and Austria with a one-shot advantage over Switzerland. And there's probably the first error, Rona. That's not where you want that lead stone.
No, he was aiming to put that top of the 4 foot, because now Switzerland get up their corner guards. When they draw into the house, that one is back tee, so it's much easier to freeze. Austria without last stone want to control the top of that 4 foot. And this is where a few inches of a stone, where it ends up, makes a big difference. There's a lot of pressure on leads nowadays to get it right. So Switzerland put up the corner guard. They've got last stone here. They want to try and generate a 2. So Austria will try and bring this one in, but wants to stop top of the tee line. So this one's looking heavy again. Oh no, he's going right through. That's not a good result for Austria.
No, I think we'll find ourselves under a little bit of pressure. But meanwhile, over on sheet A, you see Sweden taking on Italy. Skip Nicholas Adine just needing to play a nose hit to take 2. This one looks made all the way onto the nose. And it's a score of 2. And the lead in that one. Here we see the Netherlands taking on Germany. Looks like Alexander Bouwman facing 2 with his last rock. Trying to play a hit and roll to the back of the button. Oh, this one needs to curl a long way. Is it going to hang around? It's just going to roll too far. It's going to be a steal of 1 for the Netherlands. So, back with our feature game. And Switzerland did manage to get something round behind the corner guard. Austria just peeled it off. Now that red sits open. Peter de Cruz will be looking to replace that corner guard and try and protect it for later in the end. Real nice shot from Skip. Does make the hit, and that's a nice shot. If it can sit second shot, no, not going to spin in. Nope. You see this yellow takes the red away and rolls just a little bit too far and sits third shot.
So just looking for the same position again with his guard. This is looking a wee bit higher and it's drawing offline. So that wasn't what he was hoping to play, but it has still guarded.
Yeah, so hasn't covered that red.
Austria can just come round here at a gentle tap back weight. We played this one quite heavy, it won't have time to curl, he just nicks it out and no more.
Yeah, just pushes that red through.
So Switzerland are 2 against. They're going to try and hit this one in the wing and roll over now.
Has he made the double? Nice hit and roll though.
Good
Pushes
effort.
the 2 together. There's Claudio Pescia, the coach for this Swiss men's side. I think he'll be pretty happy with the way things have gone this week. There is the Austrian coach, Uli Kapp.
They're having good banter between each other at the moment anyway.
Yeah, they'll have played each other on the ice a number of times over the years.
So a nice hit and roll over there from Austria to lie 2.
So again, makes contact with the second yellow, but doesn't remove it from play.
So important here just for Austria to keep this second counter in play to try and force Switzerland to take their one.
Yeah, even though Austria made an error and threw a lead rock through the back, they've managed to turn the end around. Strippers having to work this one. Oh, nicely played.
Yeah, great shot. Lie 2 across the house. So now it's Switzerland. Do they decide to go for the draw, or they want to try and create a 2? Yep, he's going to try and freeze the Austrian stone.
So, interesting call. I thought he might have played the hit and roll across to the face of this back yellow, but he's got plenty in the tank with this one. That's twice he's thrown that one through.
Yeah, his first one at the first end was exactly the same weight as that. So he'll be puzzled by that.
You see the arena, plenty of other games going on.
So Austria are now in a position to draw in and lie 3. They want to just put this top of the 8 foot just to give a wee bit of separation between the two stones. Just slipped in a wee bit too far. It means that Switzerland can just nose that to get the shot.
Yeah, just a nose hit would be enough. No real pressure, although Austria sit 3.
So Benoit Schwartz just nose hit here. Last stone of the second end, facing 3 Austrian counters. Sweeping this one hard.
Yeah, it does enough. Great shot by the 4th player. So 1-1 after 2. So you're watching coverage of the Gruyère AOP European Curling Championships 2017. This is end number 3 between Switzerland and Austria. We're in the Ice Sports Centre in St. Gallen. And it's all tied at the moment. A couple of mistakes from both sides, Rona. No one's really grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck yet.
Yeah, there's been a few errors in the first 2 ends, but even scoreboards at the moment. So I think you'll see a few more stones in play and really trying to create the opportunity to build a 2. So Switzerland have up the centre guard, and Austria drawn around that pretty nicely there.
Yeah, it's a good set-up play. Although Austria haven't managed to pick up a win so far this week, I don't think it's the fact they've played that badly, Rona. I think they've just not had the rub of the green, let's say, and a little bit of luck has went against them.
Yeah, they've had some really close games, and from what we've seen, they've certainly held a lot of big teams to the 10th end. But yeah, one of these days it'll just go their way. They'll get the right rubs on the right day, and you know they're a fairly new team to the world scene, and playing at Europeans and World Championships is now what they're aiming to achieve, and they're gaining experience all the time. And now with Uli Kapp as their coach, just pushing them a wee bit further each time, they are just getting better and better each time they appear.
7. Yep. Yep. Nur Richtung. Oh, gehen wir da vorne ein bisschen und dann aussehen. Yep, 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 yep.
So this one's just going to bounce off. So we'll take a look at Slovakia versus Russia. And that looks like Slovakia is sitting 2 or 3 stones. And this is Alexei Timofev playing the upweight takeout. And has he managed to take the double? No, he's only got the single. So it's going to be a steal of 1 for Slovakia, and they lead 1-0. Okay, Sweden, they're up on Italy. And Italy have the chance to get themselves back into this. Amos Muzna trying to get on the board. He's got past the top one. Has he made the double? Oh, not quite. It's going to be a steal of 1. So Sweden 3-0 to the good over on sheet A. So this feature game, it's Austria sitting 2.
C'est quoi? 2 tiers? Eh non, c'est moi. Parce que tu peux toucher celle-là. C'est ça, c'est presque une moitié. Hein. Ok. In, ouais.
So Peter de Cruz attempting the double takeout. This one beginning to move. Just caught it a little thin though.
Yeah, that must have pulled quite quickly because they weren't jumping on it to sweep for lines. So Must have pulled more than they thought.
Ouais, en tout cas. Pour ça, c'était bien actif. Hein.
Die war fast für den Tap.
Und leicht eingefallen, oder?
Ja, das spielst du
So Austria's got last stone at this end, so that
Achterling, 8-9.
they want to watch they don't come in here and just leave a double, because they are lying short, so as long as they keep their 2 yellow stones apart.
Yeah, the only stone that can hurt Austria is that red stone that's short of the house.
9.
Yep. Oh, sauber. Yep. Yep. Fest. Fest. Alles. Fest, jetzt weiter.
They're working this hard.
Fest, 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 fest.
Just caught the guard. Did roll it into the ring, so it is another counter.
Restez devant. Oui, ça. Ok.
Yeah, good chance now for
Oui. Tu veux prendre
Switzerland
la
to
moitié?
play a takeout.
Yeah, they want to just come off this yellow and then go over and tap their own red.
Do you agree this is the one they should be going for?
I think Switzerland have just got to be careful. They don't have last stone and they don't want to lose more than a 1 here. So it was quite a tight angle for them to go for that. Even if they'd just taken the top one and rolled over.
Yeah, I think our nose hitting the yellow, or just a roll a couple inches to the left as we look at that shot, would have been more than adequate.
So a chance for Austria just to hit this one on the nose and lie 2. I'm going to have to work this one hard. Wow, well played. Lovely shot.
So Netherlands, Germany. Netherlands already 1 up, sitting 3 or 4. So Alexander Baumann having to play a draw with his final rock.
Ok, 10. Ouais. 10 et demi, 10. La vitesse.
Looks pretty happy with this. Yeah, this one's going to pull up in time. So that game all square. And a really important game over on sheet E. It's Norway taking on Scotland. Scotland sitting 4 at the moment. Skip Thomas Olsrud being forced to play a takeout with his final rock. Very controlled weight played by Olsrud. Has it, this one hit. It's rolled, and it is going to stay. Yeah, that's going to be a single point. So Scotland leading that one with the hammer, 2-1 ahead.
So Switzerland played a great hit and roll here behind cover. And then Austria tried to come round and split their own across the house. So advantage Switzerland right now.
Whereabouts is the perfect position for this rock?
Well, currently the way they're sitting is that it's quite difficult to outdraw that coming round the side. So they could guard it. They don't have last stone, but they also don't want to lose a 2. So they're thinking they can hit the winger and roll in.
Non, c'est proche. Attention. Ouais, ouais. Tiens. Ouais. Ouais. Oui. Pas de oui.
So the line for this looks pretty good, just to hit it on the nose and stay in. They could have guarded us, see that red, made a really difficult shot for Austria. But I think it looks as though Switzerland are just keeping things fairly simple at the moment. Playing the straightforward bread and butter shots well and not over gambling.
Heckling. Heckling.
So, Sebastian Wunderer. Well, just playing a controlled weight takeout, trying to bump this back.
Heck, forward.
Yep. Yep. Back.
Well, this one needs to move.
He's played a nice weight, so hopefully it'll come just enough at the end.
Yep, so a chance for Switzerland to play the hit and check in behind that red guard. Yeah, this one looks pretty high and handsome.
Yeah.
On the nose.
So Austria just need to play the same shot. So played with their last, hit this one on the nose to take their one. And that's where Switzerland will be quite happy. They've forced one here, Kenny, but I still think if they'd been brave enough to put the guard up earlier on, it would have left a much harder shot for Austria to have to draw the button.
So Sebastian Wunderer with his last rock of this third end. Is this one going to hang around in the wing? Yes, it is.
Well played.
Yep, so single point for Austria. And once again, they take the lead. They're ahead 2-1 after 3 ends.
Ja. Same as last
Next
time,
eine
oder?
oder davor?
Eine.
Aber wir sollten zeitlich ein bisschen schneller da.
Aktiv.
8, 9. Sind wir durch da?
Na,
Dranbleiben. 8.
na, nix.
Gar nichts.
So fourth end. And Austria playing the Yellowstones. Well, this one's got plenty in the tank. It's drifting to the back 8 foot.
assez vite de là. Oh, Benoît.
So
Non, c'est assez bien. Oh, easy, easy, les gars. On est pas assez. C'est dans le
Marcus just being asked to. Wow, this one's going to go into the house as well. So 2 mistakes from the 2 lead players. Marcus throwing his to the back of the 8 foot, and Dominic throwing his in the 12 foot. So
And we've seen the Swiss skip throw 2 draws through the back, so I wonder if it's a bit faster, the ice tonight.
Well, that one's just going to fly right past. So Switzerland get away with one there. Just a sudden lapse in concentration by the Austrians. Dominic Marquis, usually the alternate.
So he's been asked just to put a corner guard on this one.
Wir kannten den schon spielen. Mit den Mittlern. Ja. Passt.
Ah, pas comme ça, quoi.
Do you think this is the right call, just taking the corners off?
Yeah, Austria don't want to lose a 2 here either, so they can even take this guard off and roll over.
Martin Reichel. Well, gets rid of both reds. Does leave a guard in play, but the benefit is it's his own guard.
Ouais, 14,5, je pense que ça suffit. Là.
Yeah, so Switzerland just trying to draw around behind this guard now. So De Cruz is a tournament accuracy of 86%, which is pretty good shooting in the game so far. They are sitting in 6 wins. So coming round here nicely, nice weight. That's a great shot.
Yeah, let's take a look at Slovakia versus Russia. This looks like Alexei Timofev. That's a chance just to draw the paint for 2. Yeah, that one's going to pull up in time. So a score of 2 for Russia. They now lead Slovakia 2-1. So Sweden 3 up on Italy, and Amos Mosener attempting a double takeout to try and get a 2 on the board. Sweeping this one early to try and hold the line. Have they managed to? This one looks at going to overcurl over the top of the other, and it's going to be a steal of 1 for Sweden. They extend their lead to 4-0.
Claudio, reste devant. Claudio, reste devant. Ça cale assez. Pour 3, ça cale trop. Juste 2. Oh. Non, ça fait pas.
So Switzerland just replacing this guard again. It's moved a wee bit further over, so might give Austria the opportunity to come round and just tap back.
C'était beaucoup plus proche, c'est sûr. Puis avant la garde comme ça,
So just tap back weight coming round.
Matthias Genn at 66%, so a little bit lower than he would have liked. And this one looks to have a pretty high line at the moment. Does make contact, will it get out? Just does enough.
Maybe a wee bit heavier than he had hoped to play there. Give it time to curl. But did the job. The only thing is the guard's still there, so Switzerland can get a better one round now.
Claudio, 83%, fairly steady. He started this game really, really well.
The line's good, it's all about the weight now.
Yeah, maybe just over curled and pops out the other side. Yeah, so all Austria now have is to go and chase around this guard.
Sauber. 7. Yep. Vor nur Länge. 7. Sauber. Sauber. 7. Nur Länge. Weg mal. 9.
This one beginning to move. Needs to take a seat. Oh, way too much on that one.
Switzerland now in a really good position to generate a 2 at this end with last stone. Even if Austria had come up a wee bit short there, it was still usable for them, so that was a bad mistake to go right through.
Well, made a nice nose hit on the yellow.
Ça a quand même beaucoup curlé, hein.
So Sebastian Bunderer, what can he do? 76%. It's made the hit. I think that was going to roll too far.
Yeah, just a fraction too far to not be shot.
Non, il va jamais derrière. C'est plus juste de rouler, jouer ouvert. Hein? C'est juste de jouer ouvert, je pense.
Bah, tu veux faire quoi d'autre?
Rien. Tu veux... Hein? 8-9.
T-line.
Hein?
T-line.
On a joué là avant.
So Switzerland are lying 1. They just want to split the house, not leave a double takeout.
Poil plus, Pete. Pas plus. 14.
Ouais, c'est 14, c'est T-line.
65, 70.
Oh, 7, 8, 9, 8.
On peut nettoyer ou pas?
9.
So it's been this first stone at the first couple of ends at Benoit Schwartz through. So hopefully he's got a better weight here. Yes,
Yeah.
he's even laughing about it.
Yeah, Austria just going to peel this one out, I believe.
Yes. Even if they hit it on the nose, they'll lie short, and it forces Switzerland to hit in the nose and not roll out.
Austria just needs to hit and stay with this, force Switzerland to play a shot for their two. That's exactly what he's done.
Plays it well, lies short, so that was all he could really do there. So last stone of the fourth end, just a nose hit to score two.
Yeah, can afford to be on the inside of this, but doesn't need it. So it's going to be a score of 2 for Switzerland. They now lead for the first time in the game. It's Switzerland 3, Austria 2.
Pas dedans, hein, pas dedans. Bien vitesse. Vite, vite. Moi seul. Bien vitesse.
Fifth end of this encounter between Switzerland and Austria. It's Switzerland who are 3-2 ahead. So obviously the teams will have a strategy coming into the games, Rona. What has the Swiss strategy been so far in this game?
Yeah, well, certainly they've been forcing Austria to take the one when they had the hammer, and they've been trying to get twos or to generate twos when they had their last stone. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for them in the second end, but you've just seen there in the fourth end how they generated a very simple two from having one corner guard. So it's important for these guys to have that game plan that they do score more than one when they have last stone. In an ideal world, if you take two every end, you've got last stone, and force your opposition to take one when they've got it, you're going to win the game. And you can see there, Switzerland have put up a centre guard straight away with their lead first stone. They're happy to try and force a one here again to Austria or go for the steal. That one just quite a long guard.
So over on sheet A, an important game taking place, and Scotland's Kyle Smith really all over Thomas Olsrud and his Norwegian side. Has a chance to draw for two. Olsrud making a nice double with his second rock. And that one's made, and that's going to be a score of two. Scotland lead that one 4-1.
So Austria have just drawn another one in behind the cover, lie 2 in the rings. You can see there the yellow shot is completely covered. So forcing Switzerland to draw right round.
Ligne parfaite. Wow. Un tout petit peu large. Wow. C'est un peu large, 14-2. Wow. Wow. Wow, demi.
Très bien. Good.
Well, doesn't manage to get right in on top of the yellow.
It's sitting second shot, so Austria are looking at, do we try and come in and just tap that back, or do we take the guard off?
I think there's enough curl there to come down and just push that right through and flop in on top of the yellow.
Even at this stage, if he comes down and freezes on top of it, it's not a bad result. Still second stones, there's still enough time in the end to generate some movement. The line's nice if he's got the weight to move it. Ah, beautiful shot. It's a great result. Leaves Austria lying 3. Austria have got the hammer here, so Switzerland need to be quite careful. They don't want to lose a big end after just generating their 2 at the last.
C'est même pas terrible, ça non plus, celle-là. C'est pas facile, hein, parce que je prends au mieux 2 tiers. 2 tiers, je pense que ça passe à côté.
Non, 2 tiers, c'est la touche.
Je pense qu'il faut faire ça.
Hein?
Il faut faire ça, je pense.
Peut-être ça fera même ça. Hein.
Ouais. Je vais un backline, comme lui.
Ah, tu viens juste backline.
Backline comme lui.
Attends, tu veux... Ah, comme ça.
Faut passer vraiment proche. Juste backline. Essayer de prendre le plus possible avec backline.
So quite a bit of discussion here from Switzerland is the best shot, but so they're just going to go for the tap back as well.
C'est presque impossible. C'est vraiment bien. Avec la garde en 1 là.
ça. Ouais.
Don't know, the sweepers are now
Après, c'est ouvert. Il y a peu de place, hein, et tu vas rester là.
speaking
Il y a peu
Peters
de
to
place,
Cruz
tu
in
vas
the
prendre un
hack.
run back comme ça. Celui-là. Ouais.
From
Still
the other
think
end, I think Peters thinks it looks an easier shot to go for the straight raise.
I think it's early enough in the end to maybe to play the hack weight round it.
I say they don't have last stone, they're just scared that they do lose a big end here, so
Well, opened up the yellow in the 8 foot, which is probably the one they want to see.
yeah, it just seemed to pull over a lot quicker than they thought. They were quite happy with it, and then it suddenly moved. So this is a great opportunity now for Austria to come in and lie 4. That double on the yellow is always there, but they wouldn't necessarily lie short by going for that. But I think Austria certainly need to get another counter in here.
Ja. Was? Achso. Was? Ach so, okay. Ja gut, aber den kann man schon probieren, oder? Mit einer, ich darf fast mit einer Hecklänge spielen. Und bei dem nicht viel umgehen und den eigentlich leider auch herschirmen. Mach mal 11. Ich darf den leider umschirmen. Zack, und mit dem Spielstart auch herholen. Dass halt ja kein Double aufliegt. Verlängen mürt! Da umgehen und da umrollen. Den gerade ein bisschen reindrücken.
So just trying to change the angles a little bit up top.
Sauber. Sauber. Nur sauber. Weg einmal. Weg.
Certainly not light with this one.
Sauber. Yep.
He just wants to nick that top yellow and get the shooter rolled right out to the wing.
Ausgefüllt. Fest, 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 fest. Weiter, 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 weiter. Gut, Mütz.
Not a bad effort. Pretty good result.
Une bonne moitié. 2 tiers, ça c'est bien aussi. Hein. Ok. Pas moins de glace. Tiens, oui.
So Claudia Pat's going for the in off the wing one here, and he's played it perfectly. Great shot. Yeah, fantastic result there.
C'est très plat.
Well, so Rona, looking at that, where is the danger stone?
Right now for Austria, the centre red guard on the centre line is more of a danger to them. They've got last stone, that's blocking their way in and blocking their way to the shot.
So do you think this is a bit of an error, peeling this one off?
I think it's a waste of a stone to take that one off. I know it's guarding the shot, but if they took the centre red guard off, they also had options to use their own yellow stone.
So Netherlands, Germany, all tied. And you see that Jaap van Dorp is facing 3 German stones with his final draw. I think the best he can do is just throw in on top of the yellow in the forefoot to give up 1. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. It's definitely a 1 to the Germans, so they now lead 2-1 after 4.
En 2 tiers, 3 quarts.
So Pat's being asked to play the takeout in this back yellow. I think Switzerland's just a little bit nervous about too many yellow counters sitting around the house.
Yeah, it's a pretty good result there. I don't think Austria will be able to lift both of those. See what the angle looks like from.
Yeah, it's fairly tight.
However, the second best option here would even be just to come in at a gentle weight and tap and sit in front. Oh, he did get them both.
Got them both moving, and he held the shooter out wide.
And lay 3. Great result there for Austria.
Yeah.
So now a bit of pressure on Switzerland to get a good result with this shooter, because they don't have last stone. They don't want to lose a big end.
9, on passe au-dessus, je pense. 10. 2 tiers, Roland.
Yeah, so look for just a hit and roll over.
Yeah, elsewhere, Sweden 4-1 up on Italy. I've seen the Netherlands trailing Germany 2-1. Slovakia, Russia all tied. Switzerland 3-2 up on Austria in our feature game. And Scotland 4-1 ahead over Norway.
So a very uncharacteristic miss from Benoit Schwartz. Who's trying to get the inside roll off the yellow. So this is a great opportunity now for Austria to generate a very big end going into the 5th end break.
So you see what the call was, Rona?
Yeah, they want to try and draw another one in, just round this front centre red guard. It needs to be in out counting the back one, but he doesn't want to come in and leave a double on the yellows, so placement here is really important. They're working this one really hard to get past the top guard, as long as he's in, out counting the back red.
Yeah, nice shot.
It's a really good shot. Certainly put the pressure onto Switzerland now.
Yeah, even if he freezes that back one, he's not going to be shot.
Moi, je pense que ça passe là. Hein.
He could go for the same shot again with the hit and roll,
Le freeze, il
but
faudrait être de ce côté-là pour éviter ça.
I think now he's 4 against. He can't
Le freeze,
get rid of all the
le freeze, on
Austrian
fera pas ça. Peut-être
counters.
qu'il fait juste le deuil pour 2. Hein.
So does he go for the draw round?
C'est ça. Ouais. Ça, tu l'as combien? 14 et
I
demi?
think that's all he's got, Rona.
If he comes right up to the back one, I mean, he would be sitting second shot and would leave a draw for 2, which would be a good saver for him here.
Codio. 8, c'est pas bien, il y a ça. Hein. Il faut être derrière.
So the important thing for Switzerland here is that they're completely buried. They can take it back if they need to. Pretty good for line. Can take it back now.
Well, has he done enough? Second shot. Is there enough room to play a draw weight just round the top of them 2 yellows and push that red through?
Yeah, I think the way the ice is swinging there at the end, a gentle tap back. He only needs to play that back 12 weight. The key here is not to throw too much weight. You've got to give it that time to swing at the end.
Be interesting to see if he catches the yellow, whether that would push down him in for 2.
I think he would only push his own one in for a shot. I don't think he would get second shot out it. It's an important point in the game now, last stone at the 5th end.
This looks as if it's got plenty of weight in it.
Just comes at the very end when the weight's dead right.
Oh, he's caught the top one. They didn't sweep it. Wow. Big error from the third player. Sebastian Wunderer thought he had played that. Be interesting to see that one again.
His weight was perfect as well. He had played it really, really well.
You will see it once more. The sweepers aren't on it till well inside the hog line. It just catches that top yellow and slides right past. If he had got past. There's really, oh, he can't believe it. Oh. Oh, at the 5th end break, it is Switzerland 3, Austria 3.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018. Your curling oasis awaits.
First end, Switzerland sitting 2. Sebastian Wunderer having to play The tap back on this one, on the button. Swoopers were on it all the way. They held it. So a score of 1. Fourth end. Austria sitting 1 at the back 8 foot. Pamela Schwartz just needing a nose hit to score 2. That one right on the nose. They score 2 and they take a 3-2 lead into the 5th end. Here we see a big opportunity. Sebastian Wunderer just playing the controlled weight, tap back. And this one just moves at the last minute, catches the top yellow and rolls right through. So a missed opportunity for Austria. Switzerland can count themselves very, very lucky. So at the break, it's Austria 3, Switzerland 3.
Ja doch. Kein Sweet. Ça freine pas. Ça.
Wenn er dann zieht, dann zieht er drauf. Einfach für die Zukunft her. Auch seine so ein bisschen, die mehr kommen, schau, dass es ein bisschen von der Linie mehr antizipiert. Geht sicherer vorbei, bevor er draufzieht oder was weg kann. Das passt, die kommen hinten drauf eh. Macht ja eh schon viel besser jetzt.
So Netherlands taking on Germany. A very tight game. Germany sitting 1, possibly 2. Jaap van Dorp having to draw with his last stone to try and level the score. Swoopers just putting a little bit of effort into this one, and they're happy. And that one pulls up on the button, and it's a score of 1, and their game is tied at 2. Elsewhere, Sweden 4-1 up on Italy. As we said, Netherlands, Germany all tied at 2. Also, Slovakia and Russia all tied at 2. Our feature game, Switzerland and Austria all tied at 3. And Scotland 4-1 up on Norway. So here's the stats. Not too much to write home about in the first half though.
Leicht actief. 6.
Welcome back to live coverage from the Gruyère AOP European Curling Championships from St. Gallen, Switzerland. Draw 7 of the men's round robin.
Ja, ich will vorher. 14 an.
So Switzerland have got last stone at this end. They're putting corner guards to try and generate a 2.
Ça va bien à finir un poil, Ben, ce problème. Ouais. Ok. I'm ready. Très bien.
There you see Philippe Nuttinger way down on his usual high standard of play.
It's been asked to draw around the corner guard. Oh, it just came up short. So that now gives Switzerland a double corner to utilise to come round.
So you see Dominic, he's at 93% for the tournament.
So just trying to come round both of these corner guards. Yeah, plays that really nicely. So Austria now, I think, you know, it's difficult for them to remove both guards. I would quite like to have seen them draw around here and just freeze the top of that.
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be the right call. So Martin Reichel, 88% for the game.
You know, by doing that, it's not really benefited them because they're still got one behind the guard. So it gives Switzerland now that opportunity to bring a second one round, and that's a good way of building a 3.
So Pierre de Cruz, German accuracy of 86 in the game of 80. Wouldn't want to drop below 80% in this game.
I've just decided to replace that second guard.
Yeah, so takes it the wrong side, and rather fortunate there, Rona.
Yeah, nearly put the red onto the yellow in this.
So while this end takes shape, we'll go across to have a look at the game between Sweden and Italy. Nicholas Edin with a chance to add more points on the board. How's this one looking for the Swedish skip? This one just comes down into the house, clicks off his own red, and they now lead 6-1. Slovakia, Russia. You see Slovakia sitting one in behind the corner guard. Alexei Timofev elected to try and pick this one clean round the high side. Sweeping this from the get-go. Oh, this looks to be all over the guard. Yep. Catches the guard, and it's going to be a steal of 1 for Slovakia. Could they pick up their first win?
So Switzerland came in and tried to freeze the Yellowstone. Just came up a bit short, so it left the raise for Austria. So now Austria lie 2 quite nicely there.
6, 5, 6.
Ligne, c'est bien.
So Claudia Patz having a good game, 85. Slightly above his tournament accuracy of 83%. He's just been asked to draw around this garden. Freeze on to the yellow.
They need to keep working this one to get it past. And they've caught the guard. Well,
yep.
Claudio Pat's not happy at all with that one.
No, there was no panic sweeping anyway to get it past for line, and just a thin rub. So Matthias Genner, 66% for the tournament and the game. Gives him the opportunity to hit that in the nose. Just rolled out though.
Si tu sticks là, on est shot. Okay.
That's a good call from Switzerland to try and raise this one up, and even not, at least if they open up the head.
Well, I think Claudio Patz has just lost his weight. Very poor end from the third player.
Yeah, because even if he'd split his own just to the either side of the house there, but he'd needed to play less weight and just split it in. So Sebastian, Austrian skip, just looking to bring a third counter in here. The position of it's important to keep it top tee. He doesn't want to give Switzerland anything to freeze onto. Oh, it's a beautiful shot. Nice tap up onto the top of the forefoot. He likes it, he's smiling.
Yeah, Switzerland just, I don't know what's wrong with their performance this evening. They just don't look to be 100%.
Mais tu veux que j'allonge un peu ou pas? Non, non, non. Je fais pas le trip alors. Hein? Ça fait pas le trip alors. Le problème c'est qu'il faut vraiment absolument faire ça, je pense. Hein? Le plus important c'est les doubles. C'est clair.
So you can see there the clock, 16 minutes for Switzerland and 14 minutes for Austria. That's the amount of thinking time they have left to play their 10 ends. So it's important for the team to keep an eye on that throughout the game and make sure they have enough time left to finish the game.
So there's Benoit down at 65%, and as a skip, you're not going to win games at the European Championships playing 65%. That will help the statistics slightly.
Yeah, that was a good result there. Took 2 yellows out the house. But it's important here for Austria just to hit this one on the nose and lie 2 and force Switzerland to draw for 1.
So what can Wunderer do with this? Can he hit and roll in behind the corner? Or is he going to hit and go over the top? Oh, nice. Really nice by the skip.
Nice controlled weight there, just to allow him to get the roll.
It does leave a little bit of a tempter for Benoit Schwartz to go after, but I think what they'll do is just draw the forefoot with the final stone. So rock clock on this one, looking for about 13.5 to 14 seconds.
Sweepers seem quite happy.
This one just needs to slow down a little. Oh, is it going to hang up? Is it going to hang up? It is. And it's a single for Switzerland. So it's Switzerland who lead 4-3 after 6 ends.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
Into the 7th end of the matchup between Switzerland and Austria. Switzerland with their noses in front, 4-3. Philippe knotting up the lead for Austria. Well, this one's going over curl. So, Peter de Cruz asking for another centre guard.
Yeah, that's interesting when there's 2 there now already, because Austria really wanted to get round that guard, but they left a centre guard, so it looks as though Switzerland are going to push quite hard here for the steal, or definitely the force of one.
So can Philippe get round this one? Electing to play the opposite handle.
Finish top of the tee though, really, to prevent Switzerland freezing on him. because that's exactly what Switzerland want, something in there to freeze on. They've got their guards out now as cover.
C'est encore large. Très vite. Oh, demi. C'est plus demi.
Well, this is a nice freeze. Yeah, this pulls up right on top of that yellow.
Yeah, lovely shot. Austria could follow that in, because it's just right on the tee line. If they got into the inside edge of that stone, they could lie short, but he's decided we better clear up the front.
Yeah, does a good job. Splits out and he has his corners and playing out.
Yeah, it's a great result.
C'est un tout petit peu plus long là, je pense.
J'aime bien le bord du 8. Je vais être centerline, hein. Ouais. Un, deux, trois. Allez, pour trois. Ligne parfaite. Ligne vraiment bien.
Peter de Cruz, yeah, just
Demi reste dessus. Demi reste devant.
looking for something in and around
Trois demi. Trois. Allez pour trois. Et trois.
a couple of feet short, maybe.
Okay, oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, it's perfect.
On peut garder ça jusqu'à quand, tu penses? Ça si j'ai un freeze, mais... Il va sortir.
I think this is where as well Austria don't need to panic. They're only one down. Still got another 3 ends after this one, so I think it's quite sensible just to peel the guard off and keep things fairly simple.
Yeah, nice guard. Netherlands, Germany, they are tied at 2 each, and there you see Netherlands already sitting 3. Alexander Bouwman having to play a tricky double to pick up a single. No, doesn't manage to catch the inside. So a steal of 1 for the Netherlands. Slovakia versus Russia. And it looks like Russia have a chance to draw for 4. Alexei Timofev has backing as well. Don't think he's going to be short with this one. No, he's not. And it's going to be a score of 4, and they now lead by 6 shots to 3.
Benoît, reste devant. Ouais, ouais, il faut être dans le 4 pieds. Yep, 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 yep. Go, 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 pour être sur celle-là. Ok, ça c'est bien.
Well, back with this game, what we did see was Austria come around to try and freeze the red and the button. Were a little bit wide and split the yellow off at the back of the one in the 4.
Yeah, and that allowed Switzerland to come in top of the 4 foot just to control that area now.
Yeah, pushes that one through. Very nice.
C'est dur de rouler, mais
On arrive à rouler ça, ça suffit.
on peut venir un peu moins vite que Hack. Hack.
Yeah, I think the shot would be just a control weight takeout, bump the yellow through and roll in behind the guard. Switzerland won't be too worried if they just give up a single point.
C'est bien ça?
Pas moins, ouais.
Juste tac.
At this stage in the game, it's important for Austria to score that point as well. You see the green lights coming on, it means that the stone's been released in time before the hog line. If it hadn't been released in time, the lights would go red and the stone would be removed. So he's coming in at a nice weight here, but just splits his own one in a tight line. That wasn't the result Switzerland were looking for.
No, it certainly wasn't. Maybe just a little bit too much weight.
No, I think he played the kind of tap back weight. He was really just back 12 weight to tap the yellow back, and that one just seemed to curl a lot more than they expected. Oh.
Some of the Austrian supporters in. It's nail-biting stuff, isn't it, Rona?
Certainly is. They're looking very tense and nervous up there. I've always said that, though. It's always worse watching than it is playing. At least when you're playing, you can control the situation. It's hard work for spectators. So now, with that error from Switzerland, it certainly gives Austria the opportunity to come in and lie 3. Just a bit too far there. If that had just come in top of the 4 foot, force Switzerland into a difficult shot. So this gives Switzerland the opportunity to take a double and get a roll behind cover.
Exact, ça va rester là, c'est presque impossible d'enlever. Ouais. Plus normal. No.
Well, there you see the time clocks, 13 minutes for Switzerland, 11 minutes 21 seconds for Austria. Should be more than enough time for these teams.
Tiens, ouais. Ouais, ouais. Ouais. Tiens.
Attention.
Oui.
I think they certainly need to make a double with this. Oh, well.
It's very difficult to get that out of there without touching a yellow, though, and stay.
Yeah, that's a thin double, though.
Thin. Yeah, we'll just nick it out through the gap and take a 2.
Aber dann haben wir noch halt noch einen. Ja, dann ist der weg und der Spielstand muss auch weg.
Yeah, Switzerland were really hoping to get the inside of that stone to get a roll in behind cover.
Wir können es probieren. Ganz leicht außen.
So, big shot for Sebastian Wunderer here in 7.
Ein Schnös, ganz leicht außen treffen. Und dann sollte der Rote, er geht auf den Gelben hinten und dann außen.
What can he do with his last rock? Let's see. Doesn't want to peel his own red, yellow at the back of the house out. Oh, what's he done? What has he done? Caught that a little bit too thick, Rona, and it is a steal of 3 for Switzerland. I don't even think they can believe what happened.
They can't. I don't think they actually saw that happening. How unlucky was he to do that? If he curled half a stone more, or even swept it earlier to hold it and just nick it across the top. But it was that one, it was caught in between. Look at the Austrian fans. Can't believe it.
Yeah, so it's Switzerland 7, Austria 3.
Ok, 6. 5, 6. On anticipe celle-là. Ça curle beaucoup. Allez.
So 8th end of this round robin game between Switzerland and Austria. Switzerland 7-3 ahead. Switzerland got to think they find themselves a little bit lucky to be 4 points ahead at this stage of the game. I think you see the stats though. Dominic 89%, Philip 52.
Yeah, for a lead, that's not going to be good enough at this level.
C'est assez lent là.
Ah ouais, 13-2.
13-8, 13-7.
So all Austria can do here really is get these corner guards up and try and generate a few shots at this end. They'll be absolutely gutted after the last end, but they have to just bin it and move on. Worry about that after the game when they debrief, but they can't change that now, so see what they can do here to try and get some shots back on the scoreboard.
Well, Switzerland are giving Austria a chance for throwing it back there. They've had chances.
Leicht aktiv, ne?
So what can Philippe do this time? Can he throw a corner guard level with the first one he threw?
Weiter. Gleiche hier, schaut.
Most of this Austrian team play in Kitzbühel or Innsbruck, but it's trying to find ice is a very difficult area for the Austrian team, for them to practice. And this is where coming to events like this, it's fantastic experience for the youngsters to learn the tactical side of the game.
Yeah, they don't play so much on the tour. Peter de Cruz and Benoit Schwartz, they're out in Canada spending 2 or 3 weeks at a time out in Canada playing the slams, whereas these Austrian guys are struggling for competitive games.
And it's the best place to learn, is playing competitively and facing all the different tactical situations.
You see the stats: Peter de Cruz 82, Martin Reichel out shooting him up in the 90s.
Just putting up another corner guard level with the other one.
Well, Switzerland now just beginning to run for home. As we see Norway trailing Scotland 5 shots to 3, but they have a chance to level the score. Also, just needs to be fully 8 foot.
Yep. Yep.
4, 5,
So just a in-turn draw.
6, 7.
And these are the shots Thomas has been so good at over the years. Makes them count. Yeah, this one looks as if it's going to finish up in the 4 foot. And it is. So 2 points on the board and the score all level after 8 ends.
So Switzerland continuing to peel the guards, but they've hit and rolled over and left one in the other corner now, so it gives something for Austria to come round.
There's the stats at third. Pat's down at 77. Genner 66.
9.
Wo ist er?
9, 10.
Nix.
Oh, man, jetzt gar nichts. 9, 8.
Well, this one needs to take a seat.
Ja, nach hinten. Ja.
Has going to pull up just behind the T-line though.
It's okay, it means Austria lies second and third, so Switzerland just need to be careful that they don't leave any counters of Austria.
Yeah, so Sweden 7-3 up on Italy. Netherlands trailing Germany 4-3. Russia 7-3 up on Slovakia. Switzerland, as we know, are 7-3 up on Austria. And as we've seen, Scotland and Norway all square at 5.
And every game here, Kenny, is so important now to qualify for the World Championships, and placings absolutely everything. So everybody out here having close games, they're fighting it out. So Austria just deciding to draw in here and freeze the one at the back of the forefoot.
Well, we managed to get in.
So unfortunately, it's just in that open space for Switzerland to be able to see it. The only good thing is the two yellows are level, so it doesn't leave a double takeout.
Poil moins, Pete. Ça? Ouais.
Would you ever be tempted to come around this, Rona, and just freeze the back one yourself?
Yeah, I think Switzerland are thinking there's two yellow counters in here. They don't want to lose a big end now they've got the lead. So if you could raise that onto one of the yellows in the house, it was always going to be a better option for them.
Yeah, they see Benoit down at 68%, Wunderer 79%. So here's the seventh end, the key shot. Sebastian Wunderer trying for a two. This one overcurled. Takes his own two yellow stones out and gives up a steal of three. Still a good chance to score two in this end, though.
Just rub the guard. It's not an easy double, though.
No, I think if you play control weight, hit and roll across to the right in behind the red.
Assez bas, je pense, avec normal. On doit jouer le out. Moi, j'aime bien normal. Ouais. Normal sur deux tiers. Ouais. Deux tiers, roulez là. C'est bien ça. Normal. Ouais. Normal.
Yeah, they're thinking about this one now. Which one do they take? Yep, it's going to take this yellow one away.
Switzerland are 4 up, so as long as they remove one of these, if they lose a two, they won't be too concerned.
Yeah, plenty of people in to support the host nation this evening.
Sweeping this one hard.
Well, I actually caught the wrong side of that one.
So Austria have plugged away well at this end to try and generate their two, which they've done, so he's got a fairly straightforward draw.
So a straightforward draw, needs a piece of the forefoot for a two. Sebastian Wunderer for Austria.
ist. 7.
Stopp!
Leg ist gut.
This one looks made all day down onto the back one. And a score of 2 in the 8th end for Austria. It is now Switzerland 7, Austria 5.
So, jetzt schauen wir nur durch.
Noch ein bisschen, ja.
Ja.
Schön, wenn sie jetzt hier. Jetzt bin ich heiß ein
7,
bisschen.
Guard.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
9th end of this
Gut, Phil.
game between Switzerland and Austria. Austria trailing by 2.
13-5, ouais. Je pense que ça plante quand même un peu là. Oui, 13-5, c'est parfait. Ouais. Et 6. Plus long les gars, ouais. Plus long possible. Allez. Plus long mini. En tout cas, 8 pieds. Jusque là. Yep.
Dominic Markey
Go. Eliminated. 14-5.
isn't too worried about that one being in behind the guard. Just wanted it top of the forefoot.
Posten auslassen. 2-1. Gar nichts.
Linie ist gut.
Oh.
Nur Länge. Oh.
Gar nichts.
So Austria really want to just put another guard up here and try and get as much cover out front as possible. Still free guard zone rule in the first 4 stones, so that's good there.
Oh, bisschen weit.
So this Swiss quartet, plus the alternate on the bench, they will be the Olympic team to represent Switzerland in Pyeongchang. So this is a great week for them.
Well, handshakes over on sheet A. Sweden 10-3 winners over Italy.
Jävla slider, Ralle. Välkommen in i rail. Och match.
So both them Redstones are wide open. So all really Sebastian Bundura can do now is just bump them behind the tee line and use them as some protection.
Sauber. Yep. Sauber. Yep. Whoa. Sauber. Yep. Whoa. Good, Mitz.
Pretty good result. Probably the best he could have done there.
Ouais. Je pense que ça va quand même assez droit là maintenant. Hein?
Moi, je pense que c'est tout droit là.
Ouais.
So Netherlands trailing Germany by a single point. Jaap van Dorp looking to try and play a double for two. Don't know if you can see enough to play it though. Doesn't get past the guard by a lot. That yellow stays at the back of the four, and it's only a single point, but that game all tied after 8 ends.
Switzerland tried to make a double peel on the guards and just missed the back one, so only removed one. This gives Austria the opportunity to put up a second one.
Länge. Nicht zwei. 2, 3. Lasst es einfach, der ist gut da. Matti?
Yeah, nice separation between all the stones.
C'est la deuxième.
Well, only gets a single. Guard away.
En fait, je pense que j'ai raté tellement de doubles pour ça. Le nombre.
Yep, I think Austria just need to keep putting up that long guard.
Yep, yep. Fix 3. Ja, ja. Oh.
Yeah, this one looks as if it's running a little bit deeper though.
He doesn't want to leave it an easy double on these guards, and that's just what he's done.
Trois quarts. 2 tiers, ça le fait encore.
Glorio Pats.
Non, 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 non. Rouge après la rouge. Yep, yep.
Well, does make the double, but leaves a red guard in play.
So now you can see there that it was quite an easy double peel. So I think now Austria are going to have to come in and make a play on that.
Langsam! Yep! Ja, weiter. Ja, fest! Fest! Ausschuss geht! Fest! Weiter, weiter, weiter! Fest! Oh, oh.
Well,
I don't know if I'd have been using your own yellow there to raise up. I think you could have come in at a quiet weight to the red shot.
yeah, we'll take a look live over in the game between Scotland and Norway. And Scotland skip Kyle Smith with a chance to draw for two. Thomas Ulsrud with a clean miss. Well, just keeping this one clean. Doesn't look light for weight at the moment. Just bringing this one down onto the other yellow. So a nice score of 2 in the 9th end for Team Scotland, they now lead 7-5. So our feature game, Sebastian Wunderer. Just playing a takeout on this one in the house. Doesn't even make a roll. I think we'll see Benoit Schwartz just do exactly the same, just nose hit this.
Moitié caché. Comme un poil plus long. Oui. En général, je dis oui. Il faut jouer un très vif, Benoît. Exact, je suis d'accord. Non, c'est très bien. Vif. Ouais. Ouais. Non, ouais.
He's looking pretty good here, just to remove that yellow and get a wee roll behind cover. Does give Austria the option here to draw around the guard now, because that's back tee. They can draw around the guard to force the one here, or even steal maybe.
Yeah, I think that's why they would have liked to play the nose hit. Yeah, just maybe showing a little bit of inexperience playing the takeout with this.
Yeah, it's just at the closing stages of the game, you know, he needs to really put the pressure on his opposition here. Austria are 2 down, so if he could draw around here and lie shot, it would certainly make Switzerland's shot a lot harder.
Makes it through the gap and hits on the nose. Big question now is, Rona, will Switzerland take their one, or will they try and blank this end?
You know, I think the way the scoreboard is, they'd probably be happy either way. Either take their one and go 3 up, or stay 2 up with the hammer coming home. So I don't think they'll be too bothered either way. Yeah, so seem quite happy with that. Hit on the nose to take their one.
Yeah, so a score of 1 for Switzerland. They now lead 8-5 as we go into the 10th end. Big ask for Austria.
Ah oui, on prend les deux. Si tu veux, tu peux essayer avec. C'est bon. Tu peux aller, Dominique. Hein.
Quoi, accroche-toi, le temps.
Non, 10 secondes, c'est bon. C'est bon.
Tenth end, and Switzerland gets underway. Dominic Markey being asked to throw this one through. They're not leaving anything in play, leaving nothing to chance.
Leicht aktiv.
2, 3.
Auf 3.
Nur Länge.
2, 3.
Nur Länge.
Mach sauber.
3.
So, ja.
Ja, jetzt geht aus.
Geht schon. Viel beim Nürz. Gut.
Prendre un tiers.
Ouais. 10.
Ouais.
Ça curle bien.
Un
là,
tiers, un quart.
Ouais, mais pas un quart. Je pense. Neuf et demi.
Oh.
10.
Oh.
10.
So just trying to take that yellow one over to the wing, but they knew it was going to crash into it, so they just removed it from play.
Pfosten auslaufen. Abgelaufen.
Gleiche her. Mütz zum Tor. Gleiche her. Daher.
Schatz. Oh. Ich glaube, der Zwar ist echt ein bisschen langsamer.
So 2 corner guards in play. Peter de Cruz.
Ouais. Ouais. Ok. Très bien, Pete.
Just peels that one off, tidies things up.
Yeah, all Austria can keep doing is putting up the guards, and Switzerland will just keep peeling them off.
Ah, ein bisschen viel geschoben.
3.
Auf 3. Daher. Daher. Daher.
Another good guard from Austria.
So just straight away, Switzerland not messing around, they're just going to peel this off once more.
Ouais, ouais. Demi. Yep. Demi. That's from behind the football. Magnifique.
Knapp was Haus. Ganz knapp was Haus. Daher. Daher. Fest. So mit zum Haus. Fest.
Switzerland trying to run Austria out of stones. Yeah, Switzerland making no mistake with peeling these out the way.
Ich würde mich reinlegen.
Knapp was Haus.
Ja.
Genau vors Haus.
Ist lang? Ja. Ist lang.
Daher. Schaut. Daher.
Alles drin.
So that one did drift into the 12-foot.
Yeah, but yet again, Switzerland just make it look clinical, peeling these guards away.
So now Austria have got to go in behind the trail by 3.
Yep, 10. Oh. 9. Nur Richtung. Yep. Oh. Oh. 10. Backline.
Is this one going to hang around? It needs to sit down. And it's wide open as well. So I think we'll just see Benoit Schwartz come down at peel weight. Well, there's handshakes there.
I don't know.
Russia 9-4 winners over Slovakia.
I don't know what happened. Yes. Thank you very much. Спасибо.
So Switzerland just taking off this top guard.
I'm a little surprised at that. I thought he might have just come down and played the in-turn takeout.
I think once he got to the hack, he really couldn't see any of the stones, so just decided, keep it simple, take the guard.
So Austria are really just hoping for a clean miss now to allow this to go into an extra end. Well, has he got too much in the tank of this one?
Is it going to stop in time? No, it's not.
I don't think it is. I think it's out. Yep, there's the hand.
Thank you. Thanks. Well played.
Just not his day. Austria still winless at these championships. You've got to feel sorry for them. They played really well, but it's Switzerland who pick up another win, 8-5.
Well played. Thanks. Congrats. Hi, hoor. Congrats. Ja, det stimmt. Huh? Meget cool spil. Ja.
So there we see Scotland up against Norway.
He's got full forfeit for 2. He peels the shot anyway.
Scotland 7-5 ahead.
Stick on the line. Nice having bags of time to discuss the options.
Scotland always been in control, but Thomas Ulster had just been hanging on to them. So here is Kyle Smith, the skip for Scotland, 86%.
Just clean, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Just looking to peel this guard off. Opens things up. Now what do Norway do to try and construct a 2 or possibly a 3?
Jeg tror vi prater noe sånt nå, da. Det kommer seilene der, da. Nei. Ja, jeg vet det. Vi må i hvert fall litt utenfor kamp 4, da. Pass på at vi på innsida, så er det noe tappe litt så lenge vi holder Vinkelen er bare redd for at hvis vi skjerper der, så legger vi igjen slashen, ikke sant, på den røde der. Ja, det er altså kinndobberen for han da. Rød er rød. Ja, jeg vet det, men kanskje det vi skulle gjort lagt igjen. Ja. Ok. Hva tror du på fart? 13,5?
We just peel, if we can get it out, peel it out. Yeah.
So, top end of Team Scotland look fairly happy. Looks like Norway just trying to corner freeze. How's this one looking? Looks short for weight at the moment. Wow. Big mistake from Thomas Olsrud. Just never had the weight.
Yeah, because really, if we roll away, they'll hack near double. Just nose, I think. Nose are just a little high. Be nice, better.
Yeah, you can hear Kyle saying we're just going to play hack weight on the nose.
Yeah, I like that.
So big opportunity for Scotland to get another win on the board. Well, this one is well tight. They need to go hard on this one. But they've managed to hold it. Is there anything there for Thomas Olsrud? Thinks there's possibly a triple. Take that yellow across the face of the yellow, just in front of the WWW dot. And then bounce the shooting stone across to the other yellow. Well, there's someone in the stands who could certainly play that shot, and that's Nicholas Sedin looking on. I just don't think it's there. It's the final stone of the 10th end. Sounds close. Oh, has he made it? He has. What a great shot. Yeah, he's played a few of them in his time. Even acknowledged by Nicholas Sedin. So we go into extra time. We go to an extra end between Norway and Scotland. A great shot by Thomas Olsrud. See it once more. Just catches this perfect. You could never write that man off. All tied at 7 through 10 ends. Well, it's good to see that both skips enjoying a bit of a laugh. I think although Kyle Smith was on the receiving end of that great triple, he appreciated a good shot.
It's always great to see sportsmanship between the teams. So Cammy Smith going for the tick shot here. Isn't able to remove it from play, but can just move it off the centre line, which he's made a very good job of through a good weight. So Norway will just have to keep putting up the centre guards.
So Haber Van Petersen, the lead for Team Norway. This side been together for a number of years.
They've medalled at the last 10 European Championships, so they've certainly got a lot of experience.
Same again.
So Cameron Smith, 23-year-old.
Has he managed to do it again?
So Norway are able to sweep their stone through. It's gone out of play, so that will be replaced. So both skips will just agree that happy that's where the stone was.
Ja, OK, men I hvert fall helhjemt.
Christopher Svart.
Ja, linja er bra.
35 years of age.
Ja, hold i. Se andre garden. Akkurat det var riktig sted, du på linje, helt på linje. Litt på overkøl. Rent og død. Litt på overkøl på den her, gutter.
So the placement of this stone is really quite important, Kenny, because they know Scotland are going to peel the guards, but they've got to make sure these are in the right place, that they can use them. They're only going to get one chance to come round.
Absolutely.
Yep. Alright, go to go!
So Kyle Waddle just trying to peel off this top guard.
Probably just does enough. We'd like to have rolled the shooting stone out of play as well.
Ja, bite senter da. Akkurat, det greit. Toer. Gå da, helt vekk.
So sweeper standing back on this one.
Fryse, eller? Fryse.
Yeah, not too interested in sweeping this one.
Ja, da kunne vi jo kostet til frys da.
A lot further up than they had wanted it. Give Scotland an easier target now.
Well, less than half.
Yeah, half stone double for Kyle Waddle.
Yep. Whoa. Yes. Hard
Sounds close anyway.
Boy.
Yeah. Shots made.
Yeah, so by Norway putting those two stones close together, they've lost the advantage of having a centre guard. So Scotland in a really good position now at this extra end.
Sånn. Linja fin. Ja, hold i gang da. Holder vi plass. Begynner å køle nå. Fremdeles ok plass. Viktigste er at vi helhjemmer. Til kosten, omtrent.
So Norway made the decision here to draw around the corner guard rather than persevere with a centre guard.
Yeah, so very important game between Netherlands and Germany. It's Germany who pick up the win 6-5. Germany now looking pretty good for
clean,
guaranteeing their spot at the Worlds.
So Scotland just peel off the corner. So Torgeir Nergard just being asked to put up a centre guard. And he's played that nicely.
So there's nothing left in play but that one game over on sheet E.
You can see Thomas Muirhead there sliding with a corn broom. He used to use in the olden days for sweeping.
You would start with one of them, did you, Rona?
Ha ha. I'm not as old as that. So a good peel there from Thomas. So things are looking quite positive for the Scottish team with last stone at this end.
Yeah, it's wide open. I think if you're the skip of Kyle Smith, you're already preparing yourself to probably draw the 4-foot with your final rock. This front end will be probably having a chat to say, okay, this is the time we're going to tell the skip to throw.
There's all the other teams watching on.
Yeah, this is a big game for Scotland and Norway. So Ulsrud 100% in his hits, only 66 on his draw though. So they will want this fairly tight to the house. Don't want to be able to leave a slash.
Ja, la det gro litt. Ja, vi må passe på ikke lure oss, for jeg husker forrige gang vi gjorde det, så grodde det skikkelig.
So just look to drive this red back onto the other red. Won't be too worried if they miss it.
No, it's not going to cause them too much danger being that far out in the 12-foot. So the main objective here for Kyle is to get the centre guard off.
Yeah, 100% in his draws. Also having a good game. Is he close? Oh, great shot from the skip.
Fantastic shot.
See it once more. Just catches around half stone. Makes both the red stones go away. So if you're Norway, where do you put this one?
Well, that's certainly what they're having the debate about now. We saw there in the stats, Kyle's throwing 100% in his draws today, so he must be fairly confident that he would make the 4-foot. So Norway are saying, do we put it behind the corner guard? Force him to draw? Do we show him half? They might try and hit it. It's a very difficult one because really there's not a lot of cover for Norway to use here. Kyle and Thomas looking quite chilled out. The Scottish team are selected to go to the Olympics, this young team. Thomas Ulsrud still has to get a placing here in the top 4 for him to qualify, so there's pressure on him here.
So, do you agree with the selection process, Rona?
For who?
For the GB team?
Yeah, absolutely. The selection process was publicised quite well in advance, and you know, if there were several teams that were close, then they would have had a playoff. But the selectors made the call based on the evidence of performance over the last couple of years. And certainly that young Scottish team have performed well this week. So they've decided just to draw around this corner guard. They want to get it as close to the tee line as possible. But oh, Sweden looking on eagerly.
Yeah, Kyle, as we thought, just going to ignore that one and needs full 8 foot. As a skip, you would love that.
Norway did as best they could there, really, by burying that behind the guard. It's a good shot, but he didn't really have any option to do anything else.
Yeah, so key shot for Kyle Smith, opportunity to pick up a win against the vastly experienced Thomas Ulsrud. We're looking for about 13.8.
Felt heavy. Don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
He's saying the sweepers don't touch it, but they seem quite happy with it.
There's not a lot of communication.
No, they seem happy. Good split.
Working on it now. Yeah. Makes it. Continues the 100% on his draws. Scotland pick up the win. 8-7 over Norway.
Scottish fans delighted with that one.
Yeah. Great shot by Thomas Ulsrud in the 10th end to take it to an extra end. But it's Scotland who pick up the win, 8-7. So our feature game was between Switzerland and Austria. Switzerland 8-5 winners. Seventh end. Turning point in the match. Sebastian Wunderer looking for a thin double to score 2. This one overcurled. Nicks his own stone and rolls out, and it was a steal of 3 for Switzerland. 8th end. And Sebastian Wunderer, opportunity to score 2, just needs a draw to the 4 foot. Which he duly made to narrow the gap to 2. Tenth end, and Sebastian Wunderer just needing to hit the paint to try and force Benoit Schwartz to play a shot with his last. But this one, he had too much in the tank, and this one just drifted on through. So final score, Switzerland 8, Austria 5.
Ja, det stimmt. War ein cooles Spiel.
So elsewhere, Sweden 10-3 winners over Italy. Germany 6-5 winners over the Netherlands. Russia 9-4 beating Slovakia. Our feature game 8-5 for Switzerland over Austria. And we've seen Scotland will pick up another win over Norway. So here's the standing. Switzerland already qualified for the playoffs. Sweden probably one win short. Norway and Scotland 5 wins. Germany still in with a shout. But you've got to feel that Russia, Italy, Austria and Slovakia are all out of it now.
Peter, many congratulations. 7 wins out of 7, qualified for the playoffs. You brought Dominic in to play today's game. What was your thinking behind that?
The thing is pretty simple. We have a long-term, like medium-term goal, like with the Olympics. So we planned this already 2 months ahead. So we knew he was going to come in for a couple of games. He was on this morning today. So he did a good job. It was tricky out there, but got the job done. And
tell me about that 7th end. What were you thinking when the Austrian skip went to play his last stone?
Well, when he's playing his first stone, if he puts it right, he has a really good chance for free. And we just got a big break. I mean, it's then huge steal of free. It's like a 6-point difference, so that made the game, yeah.
And what are your thoughts playing in front of this Swiss crowd?
Oh, it's great. It's great. People have been really great. It's a really nice arena. I'm actually surprised by the number of people that showed up. So hopefully they can keep coming and help us out a bit. Yeah.
Well, congratulations once again, and good luck for the rest of the week. Thank you.
That was Swiss skip Peter de Cruz guaranteeing their place in the playoff stages. They were 8-5 winners over Austria. So that's it from St. Gallen for today. So from Rona and myself, Kenny, thanks for listening.